What is going on, everyone? Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Friday, the 7th of February, 2025. An awful day because today was the 100 Goals Viewer's Choice Marathon, and it went horribly. Just kidding. It went well. Today was great. Today was a really fun day. I had a great time. I want to say, first of all, personally, thank you to anyone who attended the stream at any point. It was from 11 a.m. all the way through to 9:30 p.m., but it was worth it. Great fun was had. Multiple games were played. Tons of food was eaten. Tons of snacks were tasted. Drinks were had. And cake was eaten as well. So it was a great one. Let's recap everything that happened during today's awesome marathon stream. Level 1 podcast was fun. Major topic of discussion. There was a huge Bloomberg article covering what's been going on over at WB Games over the last several years, how the games, for example, Suicide Squad, the recent Harry Potter Quidditch Champions game, among others, have completely flopped. And the future, because now the guy who was the head of the studio quit, and quite frankly, it was probably his fault anyway. So it was a huge section of the podcast. It was a great time. And then after the podcast ended, we basically started talking about what game should I play first. It was a big poll. And the first game that was selected, was, I'm having a brain fart what game it was. Wasn't Onimusha. It wasn't Lollipop Chains. Oh, chess. That's why I couldn't remember. I was thinking, what would I play in Steam today? Chess. Now, admittedly, chess didn't go so well for the viewers. Here's why. I haven't played chess since I was in my teen years. I know how to play it. I understand the rules and the moves, but I couldn't remember certain strategies. I couldn't really remember how to play it that well. So here I am, and what I didn't know about is when you play on chess.com, it's 10 minutes timed, meaning each player only has 10 total minutes to make moves, and if the game's not over and you run out of time, you lose. So I've never played chess like that before. Literally, never in my life have I played a timed game of chess. So it was rough. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I got my ass handed to me. I didn't legit beat anyone. There were two people who disconnected mid-game, and I don't know if that's because their connection sucked or they gave up. But basically, I lost almost every match to time over. Like, there was one match someone beat me legit checkmate, but the other matches, it was like time over wins because I'm not used to playing with a time limit. I didn't get beaten. In fact, one match I was winning. I still had my queen, and I was actually in a good pace. And I was like, oh, time's up, you lose. Like, what? Well, that really sucks. So it was disappointing because I was hoping to do better, and I couldn't really do better because I was so out of practice with chess. And the audience, the viewers, particularly didn't like it that much. And the reason being, I didn't interact with them that much. Case in point, when I finished playing chess, I said to everyone, well, let's talk for a little bit and relax. I'm going to order food with my wife for dinner, and let's do a taste test. I owed them a taste test of a snack. And when I'm doing that, all of a sudden people start engaging, talking with me, supporting the stream, and we hit multiple goals. And I'm like, so you liked me hanging out with you more than me playing chess because I could pay attention to you. And everyone's like, yeah, we hang out with you because we like you and we want to talk to you. We want to have your company. When you were playing chess, you were just so hyper focused on playing chess that we didn't really get any attention. I'm like, that is definitely a problem, I feel, moving forward. If I'm going to play certain games, I'm going to have to be sure to spend enough time with you guys. You know what I mean? Like, that's going to be a challenge for me to adjust to that. So anyway, I may or may not play more chess in the future. I'm not sure. So then the food arrived, but guess what happened? I ordered the food, and as we're setting up to do the Feasting with the King of this Mexican food that showed up, my camera malfunctions again. This camera, and as you can see, it's giving me a hard time. Today it was, all day it was kind of giving me a hard time. And the problem is the drivers just keep having issues. The camera crashed, and then the camera would not interact properly with Windows. It wouldn't actually work. It was really like messed up. So trying to get this to readjust. There we go. So it was a problem. Like, it crashed basically, and it froze. It wouldn't reboot. I went to open its own software. The software froze. So what I ended up doing is I restarted my computer, Windows Update, reinstalled the update that bricks the camera. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I spent like a half an hour installing all the drivers and the firmware for this camera. The firmware finally worked. I tried doing this earlier, like 2-3 weeks ago. It didn't work. Hopefully now this camera will work perfectly moving forward because I have all the firmware updated that's supposed to get it to work with Windows now, okay? We'll see. So then when I finally got that up and running, I turned everything back on. We did our Feasting with the King, which was Mexican food. And then people did a big vote and they wanted Lollipop Chainsaw. So I did Lollipop Chainsaw for about an hour. First of all, the graphics looked way too good for this game. Keep in mind, this game's from 2012 and the graphics weren't that good back then. But the game's running at 4K and has like reflections in the water and shit that it definitely doesn't deserve. The game is not good. I'm sorry. The game is bad. The gameplay is not good. It gets better when you unlock more combos and abilities, but you have to grind against zombies to get that. So it's just boring. I played it for an hour and I gave up. I was like, dude, I've been playing this for an hour. I can't even beat the first level. It's so boring. It's not that I was dying. It's just really boring. So after that, I was like, man, what a waste. $45 for that stupid thing, too. That game is such a game that did not stand the test of time. It really does stink in the modern day. So after that, we had more support, more rewards, more shots, more snacks. The third game of the night was Factorio. But to be quite frank with you, Factorio did not work. I played it for 16 minutes of the tutorial, and the chat was completely disengaged. The viewership tanked. People in the chat were not talking about the game. Everyone was bored. I said, fuck Factorio. We're not playing this. We're quitting. Last game of the night was Onimusha Warlords. Played that for about an hour. Great game. It's a combination of Resident Evil with fixed camera angles, puzzles, looting, and jump scares combined with gameplay from like a samurai action game. I really liked it. I was like, I had no idea what the game was. I played it. I was like, dude, this is seriously good. Like, I actually really genuinely like this game. So I actually think I want to continue and play that as a playthrough in the future, maybe as soon as this week, but we'll see how things go this week. It was really solid good. Then we also had cake. So I had the Italian rum cake at the end of the night as a separate video. Lots of support. And then we got a Hail Mary, tons of support at the end of the stream. So I stayed an extra half hour. That's why I was here all the way till 9:30, okay? Overall, one of the best supported marathons I've ever had. Not overall the best, because, I've had marathons where I got $1,000 contributions. Nothing like that today. But this one did better than the Mega Man marathon, okay? We went from 1 to 6 goals hit. We are at 6 out of 10 for DSP Tries It, Arby's. We talked about it this morning and decided Arby's will be the next DSP Tries It. So we're in line to hit it, which is amazing, right? I'm super stoked for that. Just an overall great day. I wish the tech issues didn't happen, but hopefully this fixes my camera moving forward. And now, just great stuff all around. So great marathon, great fun. You'll find the podcast and all the gameplay on this channel. You'll find the Feasting with the King and the cake taste test over on DSP Reacts. And there was a final kind of half an hour hangout session that I'll put on this channel. So the videos will be on various places. And it was great catch up over the weekend, all right? Remember, I will not be here tomorrow, which is great. It means I get to recuperate from this marathon tomorrow. I'm very happy about that. When I return on Sunday, it's going to be the Level 1 podcast. I'm going to try out the Monster Hunter Wilds beta on the first stream, and then I'm going to play more Street Fighter 6 with my Shiranui on the late stream. So I hope you will join me for all of that. I hope that sounds good. I'm very stoked for this and excited. All right, everyone? Thank you for an amazing marathon. I had a great time. Please be safe tomorrow. Enjoy the videos on demand. Thanks to those who engaged, supported, and hung out with me today. I'll see you on Sunday. Peace out. Have a good night.